Hey everybody, it's I, Chrissy, and today I'm doing a brand new Let's Play on something that I just recently finished for the first time and majorly fell in love with. Final Fantasy 3, or, well, it's not Final Fantasy 3, is it? It's Final Fantasy 6, but, because of, like, the fact that the real Final Fantasy 3, and among others, weren't released initially, they kind of got renamed, so... Oh, hold on. The original Final Fantasy came out in the West. 2 and 3, which were NES games, did not. 4 did, but it was renamed to 2. 5 did not because it was too hard or something like that. And... yeah. 6 did. And renamed 3. Long ago, the War of the Magi reduced the world to a scorched wasteland and magic simply ceased to exist. 1,000 years have passed. Iron, gunpowder and steam engines have been rediscovered and high technology reigns. But there are some who would enslave the world by reviving the dread destructive force known as magic. Oh noes! Yeah, that kind of takes the seriousness out of it, I do apologise. Can it be that those in power are on the verge of repeating a senseless and deadly mistake? Let's just, I'll talk more properly once we get past the intro scene. Hello, are you coming? There we go, there we go. There's the town. Hard to believe an Esper's been found intact there 1,000 years after the War of the Magi. Magi, whatever, I'll say Magi. Think it's still alive? Probably, judging from the urgency of our orders. And this woman, this sorcerer, why's she here? I heard she fried 50 of our Magitech armed soldiers in under 3 minutes. Not to worry, the slave crown on her head robs her of all conscious thought. She'll follow orders. We'll approach from the east. Move out! I'm not going to be like going deep into like voice acting because I am not very good at any of that, so I'm just going to be like just reading what they say and stuff. But yeah, Final Fantasy 6. Yeah, this was my first Final Fantasy game. I was curious for a while as to what Final Fantasy game I should try out, and I believe it was my brother who recommended 6 first, and yeah, I just thought, okay then, I'll have a look into it, and I did, and I regret not doing it sooner. I love this game. It's up there as one of my favourites. In fact, I'll probably say it is my favourite Super Nintendo game. I just love everything about it. The music, the way it looks, the characters. Oh my god, the characters. I love them so much. Just the story's really good. It's such a good game. And it's made me want to try out other Final Fantasy games. Though saying that, Final Fantasy 1 and 4 and 6 were released in the West. They weren't released in Europe, however. The first Final Fantasy game we got, I believe, was Mystic Legend or something like that. But the first numbered one we got, I know for a fact, was 7. Yeah. So, we didn't even have the luxury of having this game when we were younger. But this sequence is really memorable. Like, I didn't grow up with it or anything. Like I said, I only just finished this game for the first time recently. But already, this sequence, it just sticks it right to you. It's really memorable. And, yeah. Obviously, you know, this game has made me want to try out other Final Fantasies. My brother has recommended, I believe, 4, 7, 9 and 10. I have 3 of those downloaded, so There is at least 3 that I can jump into. I don't have 10 though, so I'll probably pick up the 10 and 10 2 remaster for PS4 or something. And there goes the intro sequence. I just spent the whole time blathering on, and it was passed like nothing. Let's put her on point. No sense taking any risks. Forward! Oh boy. I know that there's a couple of extra enemies I could fight if I come over here. Machine riding self-important swine! Take this! I know I said I wasn't going to do voice acting, but I could not resist that. Alright, so we've got a Lobo here. This system kind of works on a time thing, so the time that time is like always passing and such. It's kind of hard for me to explain because I'm not an RPG whiz or of any sort. I will not be showcasing every single battle. I will be showcasing like new encounters when I come across them. Also want to stress, Imperial Magitech armor? Not even Nash is safe anymore. Yeah. I also want to state I've only finished this game once. And I have very little idea as to like how this whole thing works. Like what am I saying? I know how it works, but I'm not intimately familiar with it is what I'm trying to say. I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know where all the secrets are. I don't know what the best equipment is to use. So if you're looking for like a guide or something that will just be like, okay, this is what you need to do to get through this really easily, I am not the person to be watching. Nash's freedom depends on us! Okay, so we've got 2 Lobos now. I am sorely tempted to do this. Because I want her to get all the experience. I am going to just be using Heal Force. I might Fire Beam one of these things and get them out of the picture. I kind of want Wedge and Vix to go down, because they are not going to be useful to me. In the long run. Like, they're only here for this beginning segment and that is it. Whereas the young lady, who has not been named at this point of the game, she is going to be playing a role, so to speak. I'm just going to keep Heal Forcing her. And yeah, I'll fire Vix. You're fired! Right, one of them's down. Gonna Heal Force again. I know this seems like it's just like a really ridiculous and I should keep Vix and Wedge there as punching bags if nothing else, but I don't need them. And I really want the young lady, I'm having to try not to say her name, to get all the experience. So, that's that. I don't need, I'm gonna use a new move, Exfer, which is like a really interesting move that just like insta-kills. Yeah, the young lady gets all the extra stuff, but Vix and Wedge don't. But she gets more experience from that, which for me is worth doing it for. Well, probably because she is on her own, be using things like Bioblast just to make sure I take them out as quickly as I possibly can, because it attacks multiple targets. I probably also ought to move her into the back row, because I think, yeah, it don't matter what I do about those two, they're dead. No one cares about those two. Quick cure. I can't use magic anymore, but that's fine because I'm in the armor. I don't need it. We got him trapped now. Well, you got her trapped now because the other two are kind of dead. Though this is probably where it's going to come into play in a negative fashion. I'm gonna Bioblast those two to get them both out of the way. Maybe Heal Force on the next turn because I haven't got any more cure available to me. I think it hurts extra hard if attacks from behind. So if I heal force you, that should be fine. Maybe I should have kept one of them around at least as a punching bag. But I think my main concern, like I said, is getting her as much experience as possible. And I can't really do that if I keep them alive, because they're going to be hogging experience, which, let's face it, they don't need, because they are not going to be around after this. So, got another level, which we would not have got otherwise. I will add. Would not have got that. I don't think I would have got that other level. Ooh, excuse me. I'm not sure. Well, at least not as quickly if I didn't take those two out. So she's like, we must defend the mines! I can't look at what level she's at now. So, Vommoth and Guard. Yeah, I am going to be cutting out like a lot of these battles afterwards, but it's the intro. I think I can keep them all in. You guys can get an idea of just how things work around here. Bioblast is awesome. Like I said, hits every single thing on the screen. The only thing is, Bioblast is poison element, I think, so some enemies actually gain health back from it. Not many, however. According to our source, the frozen Esper was found in a new mine shaft. Maybe this one. It's still talking and I killed it! Oh! Alright, over here we've got a save point. An eerie glow surrounds you. Want information about save points? I know how this works, but I'll showcase information anyway. At save points, you can use a sleeping bag or tent and also save a game. Sleeping bag will completely refill the stats for like HP and MP for one character. Tent refills your whole party. If you should perish, you'll automatically be able to play from your last save. Through any GP, treasures, etc. you found will have to be found again. Your level and experience data will be retained. That's useful. You can save a game anywhere on the world map. You know what I am going to save? Save over my completed save file. No. Oh well. Do I want to use... No, it'll be fine. You can encounter were-rats in here. They are... Oh, here we are actually. Speak of the devil shall come. Can't use Bioblast on them because they will heal from it. But they're not a threat, so I'm not concerned. You've got Tech Missile, which is probably the most powerful move we have right now. Bite me! And do barely anything. Confuser, I'll show this off, because it's... I'm probably never going to use this. Unlike Tech Missile and the like. It just confuses your opponents so that they don't attack. They attack themselves sometimes. But I think if they attack themselves, there's a good chance they'll snap out of the confusion. I'm going to Ice Beam you, because why not? I apologise if you can like hear my boiler on in the background. It's so cold in my house at the moment, it's unbelievable. It's normally quite warm in here. I will go for a Fire Beam, why not? I mean, it's just a were-rat. Doesn't even matter. Dead! I imagine when I do like... See, I learned Antidote. I would not have learnt that if I'd have kept Vixen Wedge around. So, oh, I've lost my train of thought now. I'll handle this. Stand back. So, yeah. I also think that it's going to make my time dealing with this boss a little bit easier. I'm actually going to alter this. Purely for the sake of this particular boss. Battle speed only affects your enemies, so I'm going to slow down the enemy that I'm about to face just so I can possibly get it beaten quicker. But once this battle's done, I'll put it back onto 3. I mean, I probably could try a different speed, but I'm not that good. I've only played this game like through one time. We won't hand over the Esper! Welk! Get them! So Welk is a snail. And they're alive again! No, they're not. Hold it. Think back to our breathe thing. What about it? Do you recall hearing about a monster that eats lightning? It stores the energy in its shell. Right, so whatever you do, don't attack the shell. Alright already! Won't matter because I've already killed you two off. This would have been how I would have killed you two off if it weren't for the fact that... oh, why did I heal forceful? I probably should have just lunged straight in for the attack. But I'm at 114 hit points already. So here's how it works. This is an example of how the battle system works. And that's bad timing. You really do not want to hit the shell. You can kill it with the shell, but you don't want to hit it with the shell. Because this happens. Look how much health that took off. You know, prior to realising that I could use magic on Vix and Wedge to kill him off, he's going actually really fast. Did I go the wrong way round? Oh well, whatever. I was hoping I could slow him down, but apparently not. So I recommend Tech Missile. It's going to use slime, which makes me slow, so that my bar doesn't fill up so quickly. Because the bar by oh for God's sake, I can't really do anything while he's gone. I was hoping I could make the fight go by quicker by having him go slower, but apparently that's not happening. I'll have to double check, make sure I actually did anything with that. Put it back where I had it as well, if I haven't. So, when he says brew, it means he's going to hide away. We want to attack him when he's out of his shell, because otherwise it's not good for us. Us having slow is not also not very good as well. But I think having those extra levels on her is going to help tremendously. Like, it's just going to help. But pretty much while it's hiding away, you just gotta wait. And that's pretty much how like the battle system kind of works. It's like time's always moving. Essentially, I'm really bad at explaining this, but I think that's the best way I can put it, because I'm not very good at explaining things. I swear he's moving faster than he usually does. I've probably done this all wrong. But I'll Tech Missile him, this should finish him off. He's pretty easy, especially with the Tech Missile. Just hit him in the face like 3 times with a Tech Missile, that should kill him. And like I said, if Vix and Wedge are down, more experience for our lovely young lady here. Which is gonna help. It's really gonna help. Okay. So, oh, really? Vaporites, okay. Can you take a Bioblast? I'm pretty sure you can. Take a Bioblast to the face? Yes, you can. Okay. That helps to know. You know what, let's check my stats actually on this one. Level 6. I'm out of MP practically. Only need 300 to level up. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't have much more to say other than that at the moment. There really isn't much to see. This is the Frozen Esper. And here it comes. Tritalk. Hey, what's the matter? Do you know something we don't? I'm going to stare into your beautiful eyes. The frozen creature began emitting an eerie light. Where's that light coming from? Ooh! And you're dead. Hey, Wedge, where are you? What's happening? And Vix and Wedge are both dead. Actually, legitimately dead this time. They never show up again. They're dead. They're gone. And that's why I did not bother giving them any experience far from like the first couple of battles. But this is an interesting development, don't you think?